Michael Marsicano is a man of many talents, a musician, gardener, father, husband, and CEO of the Foundation for the Carolinas.
I plant about 1,600 tulips on this brick patio at the house. They're all different colors. I love tulips because they are so vibrant in color and because they are perfect as an individual flower, but then they're just as beautiful as a group of flowers.
Born in New York, Michael grew up bridging family traditions. His parents were both educators who exposed their son to many cultural and educational opportunities. Michael fell in love with Duke University and his fellow student and future wife, Leslie. After graduating from Duke and 6 years as head of the Durham Arts Council, Michael came to Charlotte in 1989 to become president and CEO of the Arts and Science Council. Under his leadership, the ASC raised $26.7 million, one of the largest endowments ever raised by an arts council in the United States. Michael continues to lend his volunteer support and fundraising savvy to the arts.
We were down to the wire and trying to raise $20 million to finish the drive for the new campuses and all the buildings and everything. And I'd been out to Texas, and I got off my airplane and came in, and there was Michael standing in the airport. And he says to me, "Would you give me a ride home?" I'm thinking, this is after I said, "What are you doing here?" So we get in the car, and on the way into town and over to his house, he explains to me what his plan and how we can raise this $20 million. It was a very bold and remarkable plan that I thought had very little chance of success. To make a long story short, the next day we executed it and were successful. And it's just the kind of person he is. He's thought through everything. And he's sort of figured out this is the only way it can be done, ergo we're going to do that. And sort of decided, okay, Hugh's the best guy to do that, so I'm going to go out and trap Hugh when he comes off the airplane. So this is Michael. This is vintage Michael.
After 10 years at the helm of the Arts and Science Council, Michael became president and CEO of the Foundation for the Carolinas.
A leader of a nonprofit organization who saw a big, big mission for the foundation. And I served on the board and then ultimately as chairman, and I got to see him work his magic with lots of people in this community who are movers and shakers. And not for the aggrandizement of Michael as much as it was for the causes that were important to this community.
Michael has worked tirelessly with the private and public sectors to tackle some of the region's most daunting issues.
When I first moved to Charlotte, I was struck by the civic energy that defines our community. And at the time, that civic energy was channeled into buildings. But our next phase needs to be realizing the potential of the programs and services that are housed within those facilities. And that's actually the harder piece to put together.
As a community leader and volunteer, Michael understands the importance of education in this phase of the region's development.
Michael has been such an asset in his direct contributions to the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. He was a significant member of the task force that recommended the creation of the College of Art and Architecture. When we've needed to call on folks, Michael has quickly stepped forward and brought his insight, his passion, his intelligence to every task.
Michael's success can be attributed to his core belief in bringing people together, as well as to his legendary tenacity and charm.
The art of the deal is not lost on Michael, and one could argue that Wall Street itself lost a real star, although one of high integrity, because this is a person who gets the financial picture, is looking at creative ways, but legal ways and appropriate ways to do development, but on a scale that is really unmatched in the community.
Perhaps one of Michael's greatest challenges has been striking balance between his career and personal life. Whenever possible, he turns a professional opportunity into a family experience.
Michael, number one, has a great family, his wife Leslie and his children. My first unusual experience was I got a phone call at the end of the Arts and Science Drive that Michael was in charge of, and that he had run short. However, the phone call was a little distracting because I heard a woman, like maybe something was happening, and found out that she was in labor. And he was in the labor room calling me to wanting to know if I could do anything to help him meet his goal. So that's what you call a dedicated man.
That dedication has helped Michael transform the Foundation for the Carolinas into a major force for good in the Charlotte region.
The foundation distributes a lot of dollars to worthy causes, and many people think that that's just a lot of fun, and at one level it is. But when all is said and done, I'd like people to be able to say that when the foundation had a choice to place money in a certain place, that we made the right choice for the right reasons. And I think if there's any legacy, it would be that we chose well.